And the email, sorry for laughing, but the email is like, I've done all that I can, but I need you to help. So I said, okay, what do you need help in? And the situation was, well, can you talk to my child to get him to do his work, to get him to turn in his work, to get him to participate in class? And I said, okay. Okay. Welcome to Daily Ed Talk, where we engage in provoking discussions of all things education. So today's conversation is going to be a kind of intro to my next guest that I will have, or multiple guests that I will have on in the coming week. And it's really on parent involvement in academic settings, parent involvement in their child's academic career, and what it looks like. I'm titling this like the blurred lines because sometimes I believe as a teacher, I'm not a parent, I don't have a child of my own. Thank you, Lord. But sometimes those lines are blurred, like what should be taught at home, what should be taught at school. And sometimes there is an overlap on both sides. So I want to engage in this conversation with these parents to see and understand better my role as a teacher, and to also express what their role is as a parent in a student's life. So we have this big conversation of parent involvement, or your school might have a PTA, your school might have something called home and school. And that's where parents get involved in their child's academic career. So they help plan events, they do book fairs, science fairs, Olympics, field day. But I think it's beyond more than that type of involvement. I think it looks more into how the child is representing the family in the classroom. And I can break down that even further. I was having a conversation with a parent through email, and the parent seemed to be just frustrated, we can say, or overwhelmed, tired in the sense of they are not giving up on their child, but they are at wit's end with their child. And the email, sorry for laughing, but the email is like, I've done all that I can, but I need you to help. So I said, okay, what do you need help in? And the situation was, well, can you talk to my child to get him to do his work, to get him to turn in his work, to get him to participate in class? And I said, okay. It's certain levels to what I can do, and especially now in this virtual setting, but even before that, there's only so many things that I can do. Even if we were in the school building and I'm in the classroom, yes, I can make a child do their work, but I can't make the child retain the information once they leave my door. There's something that has to be connected, and that's where I want to have that conversation. So I had to let the parent know, I'm doing all that I can. I need your help. And I understand that because I'm teaching middle school, so that's that teenage, adolescent age, I know they are in that mood where they're just like, I don't want to do anything. And mom, leave me alone. Dad, leave me alone. I'm trying to figure out who I am. I get it. But parents, I believe it starts with just cultivating conversation. And when cultivating conversation, I bet that will stimulate all learning, and even, we could say, comprehension or success in their learning environments. So this is what I'll share. I told the mom, I said, okay, yes, I've done all that I can. I can try a little bit more. If we need to set up after school things, we can. But of course, Mr. Daly is a little tired. So, I'm offering what I can. And the mother kind of got a little flustered and got a little frustrated in the sense of, I'm not doing all I can. And I'll say this, in the classroom, I never packed the schedule where there's not downtime where students can have conversations with me, ask questions, engage with their peers, inside the classroom and now virtual. So in those times, that's when I conference and I check in on students and I engage them on a one-on-one level. And that's when I would engage that student to help them out. But when they got home and they still had to practice, so homework, practice what you're learning, and they didn't do it at home, that's to me when the parent should step in. And I think that's why learning will become more successful. And why I'm saying that is, as an English teacher, I see that students struggle with comprehension. Students struggle with those key ideas or those details in the story that students might overlook. And what I've been asking my parents is to simply just have a discussion, have a conversation about what their child is reading. Instead of asking, oh, how did you do today? How was class today? What did you learn today? Let's take that as the base, but let's go a little deeper. What concept did you go over today? Did you struggle with this concept? Let's see how we can break down this concept to better understand it. And even from an English perspective, let's not ask who the main character of the story is. Describe the main character to me. What is the main character going through and how is it impacting the plot of the story? And I'm telling you, that little involvement in a child's academic career or academics daily will motivate them to do better in school and just to give a little bit more effort. And then I'll say this, I understand that parents, you have to work. And I understand that you have things that you have to do and get done. But ultimately, for a child to be successful, there needs to be a true involvement between the school and the home. And I understand certain circumstances, I really do, where there are parents that are working 12-hour shifts or 16-hour shifts just to make ends meet. Or right now they're frontliners with this whole COVID situation. So it's difficult, but there has to be some type of push and a pull between the teacher and the parent. And I believe that's true parent engagement. And I hope that through the interactions with the 3 mothers that I'm going to have this conversation with, that it can trigger something in you as a parent, but also in the teachers to see what we can do to better impact the student's life. Yes, teachers, we're always tired. We're always overwhelmed, but we got into this career because we love what we do and we want our students to be successful. But we also need the help of you as parents. So this is not a video of tearing down what parents are setting up or already set up, or looking at parenting styles and telling you, no, you need to change this, no, you should do this. But it's more of this blend of a partnership and to unblur, if that's a proper word, but unblur these lines of what should be taught at home, what should be taught at school. So Helen Keller gives a powerful quote that I believe will wrap up everything with parent involvement and teacher involvement and coming together. And she simply said, alone we can do a little, together we can do so much.